Hi guys, Debbie here with Wrestling in 60 Seconds. I'm on here to give you some news that we found out from the NXT house show last night that I thought you guys would be very interested in. Just to put a plug out there, if you ever get a chance to do an NXT house show, which are usually somewhere in the state of Florida, you should go. Tickets are very reasonable, and you have the opportunity to add what they call a Q&A onto your ticket. Now, a Q&A is when they have 3 to 4 wrestlers that come out prior to the show. You get to ask a question, you get pictures, and you can get an autograph for $20 a piece. Hot Miss Stepper and I have been doing it for years. We really love that opportunity. In fact, the last house show that we went to was in our town that we lived in, and we were actually the last people to talk to Wesley and before he got let go. Last night we got to talk to Trevon Heights, Tatum Paxley, and Tate Wilder from Evolve, which was very interesting to for first off, I didn't realize that Tatum Paxley was actually, I don't know if she's dating or married to one in the dark state, but she didn't say which one. Secondly, Tate Wilder, when Hot Miss Deborah was getting her photo with them, which I'll put up in the community tab, we found out that he never watched wrestling. He lived on a farm. He was a farm boy. He did farm chores. And I'm like, I even said to him, I'm like, you never watched wrestling and you're a wrestler? And he said, yes. And I just thought that was so odd for somebody who's never watched WWE, never watched wrestling, didn't know anything about wrestling or any wrestler in particular, to become a wrestler. And he said it was just odd how things happen, but he loves it. And guess who's training him? Kevin Owens. I also found out just by randomly, we had been at the PC on Tuesday night for NXT. Prior to NXT, they did start filming LFG Season 3. So I'm expecting that to be coming out very soon. I can't give you the details of who was there at the taping or anything like that. Anyway, so I just thought it was, one of these things. Secondly, we also found out that at the taping on Tuesday night, since I mentioned LFG, is that Kevin Owens and Natalie Neidhart are going to be the mentors for this coming season. And I thought, well, that explains. I actually had walked out of the PC about 8:30, 9 o'clock to get something out of my car. We park actually at the PC. Other people have to park at Full Sail and ride the buses over. But anyway, because of Hot Miss Deborah, we get to park at the PC. Anyway, so as I'm walking to get something out of the car, I see Kevin Owens coming out of the PC office. And I thought at first maybe he was, training, getting ready to come back. But no, he's actually a mentor for this coming season. The other interesting thing I thought was so cool is that we were getting ready to enter Citrus Springs Community Center, and one of the people that were getting ready to go in and see the event looked at Hot Mess. We wear tags, name tags that says, like mine would say Debbie. Deborah's says Hot Mess Deborah, wrestling in 60 seconds. Looks at her tag and said, you know, Conan gave you a shout out on his podcast last week. I'm like, really? And he said, yeah, he said, shout out to Wrestling in 60 Seconds in Gainesville, Florida. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so shocked. And so I actually, when I got home last night, I dropped him a message on X and thanking him and wishing him a happy belated birthday. But anyway, I thought that was so cool too. The other thing I thought was odd, but it worked. There was an 8-man tag team, all right? Now, this tag team match was between the Dark State and Hank and Tank and OTM. Now, when they first said OTM and Hank and Tank working together in the tag team, I thought, that's an odd, grouping, but it worked, and it worked good. I was surprised how well it worked. They're just like two different kind of wrestling styles, but it worked. And I thought, I wonder if they'll do this again in the 8-man tag team. The other thing that it still blows my mind. It still blows my mind. We got a surprise, people sitting in the audience, and that is Luca Crisafino. Remember, he was Tony D's attorney, and we haven't seen him in a long while. He's come out in a new character, and I'm like, say what? They made him cut his hair. He grew his beard out, but he's like this club kid, this rad kid, and he comes out in the baggy jeans. Well, I'll just have to post the photo, and it's like, what? And I don't know if this is going to work. And I actually, when I posted the picture, it got over 16,000 views, and I am just like, whoa, and I do work with other companies. I'm not talking about wrestling companies, but content creators, and they were using my my photos and my information from the event last night, and I'm still shocked. I am still shocked. I can't get over that is Luca Crisafino. Wait till you see. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here and kind of give you a briefing of things that I found out last night in case you were interested. Is there anything else? I will tell you this. Nikita Lyons, wow, she is really losing a lot of weight, and it is showing in her wrestling performance. She did a match last night against Kendall Gray, and I was really impressed. Before, I was just not, no, I couldn't give the girl her props, but last night she did really well, and I was so surprised. And the crowd actually warmed up to her, but she really has improved her ring skills. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching, subscribing, and until the next time, bye for now.